Classic rally noises. Okay, hello everybody. If this is working and this is going to be the actual, yeah, it seems to be working a lot better now. You'll probably be able to see it now. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you see it?
Although the thumbnail is seemingly still mine.
I still can't.
It shouldn't be.
Oh no, here it is.
Well, it isn't when you click on the video anyway, so it'll change.
Yeah.
It'll change anyway. Okay, so hello everybody. As you can see by the title of this is going to be the interview and live listen, not to Riley's album, but to Connor Simpson's album. After we
Hello.
yes. After we did Riley's album a week or two ago, it was an outstanding success. 20 views, no one's seen those sort of views ever. And we thought, right, well, we've got to continue on this bandwagon. So we thought, who else has got an album? We're looking around, we're saying, no album there. Yeah, no album
Searching
there.
high and low.
And then we
Every
saw,
shelf.
hang on, we got this friend called Connor Simpson. He's got an album out, Swings and Roundabouts. We're going to listen to it. It's only about, how many, it's 8 tracks, isn't it?
8 tracks, yeah.
15 minutes.
It's about 15 minutes, so it isn't going to take up too much of your time. You could probably fit it on like one side of a 12-inch single, but anyway, ignoring that, we're going to give it a listen, and
I just go for shorter tracks. Fine.
it's fine. So let's just check the stream. Are you checking?
It's on. It's definitely on. I've got it in front of me.
Let's just check the stream. Are you checking?
I can hear it in the background.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. I'll leave that like that. Okay, right, so we'll just get straight into things then. And I guess if I just press that, it will put the first track on. What is the first track of the album called, Connor?
The first track of the album is called Hang Your Head and Sulk.
Okay, we'll listen to that now. And then once it's over,
We need to go on mute, don't we?
Yeah, you guys need to go on mute. If we don't have particularly we don't have anything to really talk about, then Connor, you can just tell us the essence of the song or whatever you want to say about
The
it.
meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll play it now and okie dokie.
Stand up, reach up high, stand up and try to touch the sky. Stand up, don't ask why, just get up off your ass and put your hands up. Don't you cry, hands up, you just have to try. Hands up, when you fly, just be glad that you didn't hang your head and sulk. Hang your head and sulk. Oh, hang your head and sulk. Hang your head and sulk. Yes, hang your head and sulk. Get off your ass, 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 if you wanna be the best version of yourself. Hang your head and sulk. Hang your head and sulk. Hang your head and sulk. No, don't hang your head and sulk, I'm telling you. Hang your head and sulk. Hang your head and sulk. Hang your head and sulk. Don't do that. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that's what this whole song's about, don't do it. Do what you want to do, and be great at everything. Thank you for listening to the album.
Right. Oh shit, quickly. So, if you guys can hear me, you can put your mics back on now.
Yep.
That always gets me, that
Yep,
last bit when you do the whole like
Just talking.
it's funny. So, I've not really got. I mean, like apart from like, I mean, this is a constant throughout the album, but you're very good at producing a good sound. Is in terms of it just sounds like it could be a real song, in the sense that it's like a.
Do you mean it is a real song?
No, but I mean in the sense that it's like a mainstream produced song. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
very well produced. So, in that sense, it's enjoyable to listen to. I'll just leave. I've not really got too much to say on it. I don't know if you have, Riley, but if you haven't, then
Honestly, I like the end of it. It just starts talking.
Yeah.
No, that's what the songs are.
This is
The
what the whole
song's
song's
about.
about. Don't do that.
So what have you got to say about it, Connor?
Well, this one, I think this one was one of the last to be done.
And it's the
In terms
first
of,
track.
Yes, and it's the first track.
That does not make any sense.
Exactly. It's everything's ass backwards. No, I finished it and I thought this would make a really good opener, so I put it there. But yeah, it's much like spoilers, but much like the last track, it's very much a case of like, don't fucking like waste your life. Get out and live the way you want to live. Don't necessarily, because like everyone's like, oh, live your life to the fullest, and everyone takes that to mean, oh, go and fucking climb a mountain, or swim the channel, whatever. Just live in a way that makes you happy. That's what living the life to the fullest is. So just don't live in a way that makes you miserable. I like how the whole thing is like, get off your ass. That's basically just like, don't sit around and do fuck all. Actually, like, enjoy your life. So yeah, that's
So
really the
it's a
meaning of the song.
relatively simple message. It comes. It's not as if like that doesn't come across in the song. I know we've asked you what it's about, but like we all sort of knew. But yeah, it's just an all round. It's a good song. So guess that's it. Right, next song.
Next song. The next song
What is
should
it?
Be Kind.
It is indeed right. Hang on, that was a false start, guys. That was a false start. Right, this will be Kind right now.
Love hard, run fast, be kind. 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 Love hard, run fast, be kind.
Okay, so that was Be Kind. Wait till the other guys show up.
Here we are.
So, is that? I mean, is lo-fi the right word to describe that? Is that what does lo-fi even mean?
I mean, you could
Oh,
do. I
no.
mean, lo-fi usually it's a lot of like it means sort of like low tech and kind of You know, I don't know, not like amateurish, but like
Oh right. So what does yours
it's
mean
it's,
then?
it's
What would you describe that sound as?
well, I mean, I guess you could describe it as lo-fi because I mean, most of it was done on one little mini keyboard on the laptop that I'm on the call on right now. So I mean, it's not done very high.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I wanted to lean more onto the avant-garde for this one. I know there's a couple that are in that sort of area in the first one, but they're a lot more sort of analog. But since I got a MIDI controller, I was like, I want to do a lot more synth on this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go balls to the walls. Just do one like synth all the way through, and just like one message, which admittedly I did rip from an episode of Doctor Who. But you know, they're words to live by. Love hard, run fast, be kind.
What's that out of specifically?
It's the 12th Doctor's final one of it's from his the big final speech before the 12th Doctor regenerate. Big Capaldi, yeah.
Why do I don't
Love hard,
recognize
run fast,
that?
be
I don't.
kind.
To be
Yeah, it's
honest,
from his
like,
last
I
episode.
stopped watching Capaldi in his last season. I don't think, but
Yeah. No, but
I don't
mean, I
remember
thought.
that,
Yeah, but yeah, I thought they're words to live by, so I'll chuck them in my album.
No, they're good.
Um,
They are good.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
yeah, like the song. It's good. It's good. It's a good little song. It's not trying to be. It's not trying to be anything. It's not trying to be. And as you've said,
Yeah.
it was really you sort of just experimented a little bit with going all out on the synths because you got the new technology, like you've explained. So it's nice. What do you want to say, Riley?
Is that a kalimba or like glockenspiel? What is it?
I
That
guess it's kind of
sound.
a sound. It's just like a nice little twinkly bell thing, like
Yeah.
preset that I found in GarageBand. But I thought
Really
that
nice.
sounds really nice. I'm gonna do a little twinkly lead in the second half
Yeah.
of the song.
I don't know, the way it ends with it.
Yeah, well, we've already said that we're gonna do your previous album next, and as you mentioned, that's how much does that have? No synth on it, or does it have some?
I've got to think back now. Fuck. There might. Oh, I think there is a little bit,
Yeah.
but only on like one or two songs.
Well, anyway,
But yeah,
you know,
there's very little.
so I mean, you can definitely see that you've done a little bit of synth there, and then on this song you've gone it's all synth, so just cool.
Yeah.
End of the day,
Yeah. It's a good little mantra.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like the TM song in.
What time?
What time is it?
How
Right.
long has it been? What's next?
Is that all we want to talk about with that one? What's the next song? Oh,
The next song
Oh.
is Light and Sound.
Light and Sound. Right, here we
the
go.
heaviest song on the album.
Right, I'll just press play on this.
Throwing up on the floor makes me wanna do it more. Have a drink, have a dance, suppose you got me in a trance. Lining up nice and neat, lining up on the seat, getting pissed with your friends on this night will never end. Light and sound now, everybody's on the town, everybody's getting down, everybody's dancing round. Light and sound now, no one wants to go to bed, everybody's off the red, everybody's getting lit. Dancing more, sweat it out, what this party's all about. Drinks are dear, laughs are cheap, don't think that I'll ever sleep. Life is short and you are done, brain is slowly getting numb. Find a girl with any luck, back to her place for a drink. Light and sound now, everybody's on the town, everybody's getting down, everybody's dancing round. Light and sound now, no one wants to go to bed, everybody's off the red, everybody's getting lit. Light and sound now, everybody's on the town, everybody's getting down, everybody's dancing around. Light and sound now, no one wants to go to bed, everybody up the red. Everybody's getting red light and sound now. Everybody's on the town. Everybody's getting down. Everybody's dancing round light and sound now. No one wants to go to bed. Everybody's up the red. Everybody's getting red.
Okay. That was very scary, I must say.
Yeah, I knew from the start I wanted to do like a proper like fucking a heavy
Yeah.
fucking metal song, because that's the type of music I used to go for. I used to be in a metal band, so
Yeah.
I was like, I know what I'm doing.
The guitar, like that's some really good, like on the little solo. That's really nice. That I like.
It reminds me of Ween. Like that sort of sound.
For that song, Ween doesn't really come to mind.
It reminds me of Ween. The tone on the first solo. It reminds me of something from Ween.
I think the best we can all agree the obvious best lyric in that is go to I don't remember it now.
Find a girl with any luck, back to her place for a drink.
Yeah, that is the best. That is very clever.
Yeah, very very clever. I see what you did there, you genie boy.
I see what you did there.
No, I wasn't gonna do any like comedic stuff, but I couldn't resist.
Well, there's a lot of lyrics in that. Do you repeat? Do you repeat a lot, or are they all? Is it all different?
No, the only thing that repeats is the chorus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I've
Yeah.
only listened to it a few times, so and because the vocals, you've got a lot. I think you've got an extra harmony in there. It's hard to sort of understand. So I have to give it some more listens.
Yeah.
If there's any like
Well,
A video would be great for that.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool.
The vocal layers I've got on the chorus is I just sung it twice to double the vocals, and then one of those vocal tracks I copied and pasted that again, but then pitched it down an octave.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Really?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, inspired by Mr. Riley Taylor's Sandbox, because there's a couple of songs on there that utilize that same technique.
JJ's favorite.
Yeah, JJ's favorite. Then I have the higher harmony above it. On the lyric "Go to bed," no one wants to go to bed. I do the chant in there, which I was really proud of.
Yeah, that
that
sounds
like,
good. Yeah.
That's only like me. That's me shouting the words "go to bed" about like 5 times. It's like 5 different tracks of it, me just doing it in different voices.
Yeah.
But I think it turned out very well. And then I for one of them on the last one, I just full pelt screamed it, which I thought was
again,
very
like
amusing.
that is something. I can't overstate the fact that it just sounds like it could be a, professionally made song, like like in mainstream, heavy rock thing. So yeah. What's it about?
So, bit of backstory. When I started working on this album, just for the people that don't know, because you two probably do, when I started working on this album, I'd recently turned 18, and I had my first night out, my first proper night out on the town, as it were. Threw up in an alleyway, and spent the rest of the night laughing about it. I firmed it. I firmed it. No, yeah, it was a good night, and I thought I should do a song about clubbing, but I should do the most over the top, exaggerated look at clubbing.
Debauchery.
Yeah, just
Debauchery.
rather than just no, that is it. It's rather than just going out having some drinks with your mates and
It's like the end of the world.
Thunder here and there. It's just an actual night of debauchery, end of the world party. Where just everyone's fucking.
It's not specifically anecdotal in that sense that you have written it in a sort of. It's fiction.
Yeah.
In that sense, yeah.
It's not fully fiction. It's just exaggerated truth.
Yeah.
Well, it's the truth. It's not like it's not fiction at all. I mean.
Well, yeah.
That happens, and that's the state of
Madness.
things. So
State of the world.
Really, good song. Good song.
Yeah. I'm very proud of that. That one's honestly, that might be my favorite in terms of the ones that I'm like most proud of. Because I went a lot of time went into that one.
Okay, we got an instrumental coming up next. Only 49 seconds long.
Yes, I do. That's Funky Interlude.
Okay, right.
It's just called Funky Interlude.
We'll play that now. Okay. I've got some questions. So what is the First of all, are you doing the piano? Are you actually playing the keyboard?
Did that, yeah. Yes.
That's
Although
really good.
I must admit I did do it at half time and then speed it up.
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, it doesn't. You can't tell, really. No, we can't tell at all.
No.
And what's with the what's that? That sort of
What? As in?
It's like really spacey, sort of like. Is it electric guitar? Like, what is it?
Oh right, yeah, it's electric guitar, and I've just put a phaser on it. That's what,
so
yeah.
Are you just
It's
going?
Well,
what are you doing?
Yeah, it's just I'm just strumming the chords.
Oh, is that what it is? It's just strumming. It doesn't sound. It sounds
Well,
like you might have some rhythm, and then that's sort of like a lead.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it just strumming? Yeah.
The strumming pattern I did was
Yeah, so it just sounds like that. Yeah, so it just has that little bit on the end. That's good. Yeah.
I don't fully remember what effects I put on it because with GarageBand, you can put they've got a bunch of like preset things, but they make them look like they're like pedals, like guitar pedals. And one of them was just like it was called like auto funk or something. So I think it's like a little bit of phaser and then like an automatic wah. A wah-wah pedal.
A wah-wah, yeah.
So it's just wow.
Wow.
Wah-wah, yeah. No, yeah, I just chucked that on there, and then, yeah, I was like, I mean, like, again, I was working on this around, like, the time that Sandbox came out. So a lot of the concepts on it were very fresh in my mind, so I was like, I should do that.
Yeah.
But mainly for this one, it was literally just like, oh yeah, he's got a couple of instrumental tracks on there. I'll chuck a couple of like short little instrumental tracks because you have Walkies, which is like 20 seconds long.
Yeah. Strange Jungle.
Strange Jungle, that's the one. Which is around a minute long, I think.
Yeah,
that's a really nice.
Yeah,
one.
that's yeah. So I was like, I'll put a couple of instrumental tracks on there, and I wanted to do like a really funky one, because you can't go wrong with a bit of funk.
It does sound
knew
funky.
I needed to put an organ solo on there. That was from the start. I was like, an organ solo needs to be in there.
Yeah, so just a nice little instrumental track. Can't really ask you what it means because it's just instrumental.
Just a funky little jam. Yeah.
All right, next song. Now this is a nice one. It's the longest one by far, isn't it?
The longest one on the album, nearly 5 minutes long.
5 minutes, 4 minutes, 54 seconds. Right.
4 minutes 54. That's safe as houses.
You know you'll be safe as houses. Honey, close your eyes and lay your head down to rest. Don't you worry, darling. You know you'll be safe. You know I feel warm when I'm with home. The thought of your face feel safe when I'm with you. Now you're holding me tight. I'll reach to my side to turn out the light. No one else is around when you're in my sight. I just love to hear you say goodnight. You know you'll be safe as houses. Honey, close your eyes and lay your head down to rest. Don't you worry, darling. You know you'll be safe. You know that I'll always love you so. I hope that you'll never let me go. You're the one I adore, and I hope that you know that I'll always let my loving show. Darling, I love to know that you're lying with me. Honey, just hold my hand and I'm in ecstasy. There is no other place that I would rather be. And I hope that you know that you are all I need. You know you'll be safe as houses. Honey, close your eyes and lay your head down to rest. Don't you worry, darling. You know you'll be safe. You know you'll be safe as houses. Honey, close your eyes and lay your head down to rest. Don't you worry, darling. You know you'll be safe as houses. Honey, close your eyes and lay your head down to rest. Don't you worry, darling. You know you'll be safe.
Wow. Okay, so I think the important question here
Mm-hmm.
is, don't you think it's a bit too bloody long? Like,
No, yeah, I did think that at one point.
but then
I
I didn't think about it.
I couldn't be asked to go back and change it.
That's the best excuse ever.
Yeah, I just didn't want to. Yeah.
Well,
No, it's just a little song sandwich. It's
mm,
the
Yeah.
that's
chorus, verse,
something-
chorus, verse, chorus. You know,
That's something that
It
me
is
and
a bit
Riley both
long.
said
But
when we
I
listened
love
to it.
it.
We thought it's a great song, but you get to the 3-minute part, and when it got to 3 minutes, I thought it's ending, and then you get the guitar solo,
Yeah.
and then it carries on. I'm like, bloody hell!
I love the guitar solo a bit.
The guitar
again,
solo is
listen
good,
to
but I'm just like, if you could, if that song could be formatted to 3 minutes, it'd be great. But it's
No,
like, God,
do a single version and redo it,
yeah, yeah.
or re-edit
Well,
it down
that's
as
the
a
thing.
single
Is like,
version.
I mean, to be honest, if I was to the way the song is structured, the the only way I could reformat it is 2 minutes. Is just like to boot out either the solo or the second verse.
well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Mm.
the solo is good, so I won't get rid of the solo. But...
But yeah, I really like it. I feel like I'm watching Martin McFly's parents dance as I listen to it.
Yeah.
Earth Angel, Earth Angel,
Yeah.
please be
Earth
mine.
Angel.
Oh, it is great.
Yeah. No, yeah, I've had the idea to do like a 1950s doo-wop since my first album, because initially there was gonna be a song on that album that was kind of it's a bit of a cranky idea, but I had a song planned called Transylvanian Romance, where it literally just started as diddle 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 diddle.
Oh right, okay.
All right. Oh, but it actually like goes off of that and goes into something else.
It then goes into a doo wop.
That would be right, good. That would be so
Yeah.
cool.
I started working on it. I was like, I just can't make this work. I'm gonna have to
Oh,
shell
that would be so good.
idea. And I mostly forgot about the doing that sort of song until I got my laptop, started working on GarageBand on there, because the first album was on my iPad, but on the laptop there's actually I found there's like a few more instrument sounds for like MIDI, and I found an upright bass preset that isn't on the the iOS version. So I found it. I was like, oh my god, I need to do something with this. And it basically it all came from that little bass line, which I did. It's always been in the back of my mind since that one Beatles studio blooper where they're doing, I think, This Boy, and the bass just carries on and it's going do 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 do.
I can't remember.
Yeah. So I was like, I need to do a little bass line. It's like do 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 do.
Wait, so on the bit where it goes, so on the bit where it goes, is there any piano on that bit? Is that just bass? I mean, in the logo.
At the start, it's just bass, and then I think I do like the bass keys of a piano on the next few.
Oh right.
Yeah. I'm proud of the harmony on the choruses.
Yeah.
It's not on the first one, but it's on the.
That's what we are.
There's some like nice harmony, and there's a little bit of dissonance mixed in there, which is sort of my
Yeah,
calling card on a lot of songs.
That's what I was going to ask. What chord is that at the end?
I don't know. It's like
Could be like
Some sort of like E augmented or A augmented, something like that.
Hang on.
I mean, that's only 3 notes.
Let me.
Like
just
it
map it out.
it has to at least be a 9 chord, because I'm pretty sure there's more than 4 notes in that. So it has to at
In
least
fact,
be a
you're
9
probably
chord.
right. You're probably right with the 9 chord, yeah.
At least 9 or 6s, because there's more than 4 notes in that. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I just wish I knew what chord it was.
So
Find out live.
B, D sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp,
Hang on,
A sharp, A.
wait, hang on. Let me just go on one of these chord finder things.
You know you'll be safe.
Oh, come on, Google. Don't let me down.
You know you'll be safe.
Stop taking the mic, mate.
You know you'll be safe.
Right, what are the notes again?
So if I'm correct, it's B,
Yep.
D sharp,
D sharp.
D sharp.
So F.
Huh?
I
No.
thought I think an E sharp.
D sharp.
Right.
B, D sharp, F sharp,
Mm-hmm.
C. Oh, then A sharp, and then then an octave B.
All right. Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a
B major
B7?
7.
B major
B,
7.
B
Yeah,
major 7.
I thought
There's-
so.
Yeah, the B7 would be the A sharp.
Yeah.
So it actually isn't as complex of a chord as it
No,
sort of
yeah.
sounds.
Well, it's just because I went like I sort of twinkled up it,
Yeah.
so it sounds more complicated than it actually is.
Mm.
A
Yeah,
good song.
Right, we spent too
Yes.
long because I've got to be going to my mama's, so we'll go to the next
Oh,
one.
right, okay.
Right, the next
okay,
song
that's
it.
is Heavens to Betsy.
Heavens to Betsy.
Heavens to Betsy, I've loved her for so many years. Heavens to Betsy, the thought of her brings me to tears. I think that she's really swell. I hope that she'll like me as well. Heavens to Betsy, I've let myself into her house. My friends told me not to, but they don't know what love's about. She asked me to come with her eyes. She's going to get such a surprise when she comes home.
Sorry. Just accidentally started playing Keeping Absent Mind. Don't play against It's
No.
gonna play something again. Stop,
Thoughts?
Stop playing that.
It's really good. I just like how creepy it is, and
Yeah.
we don't know what happens.
Yeah.
I
was,
feel like one day you should make a part 2.
It's a completely different
dad
song.
coming in and battering him or something. Betsy's dad comes in and fucking kicks 10 girls of shit out of him.
No, it's this. So this song, it was again initially just going to be like a sort of generic love song, but then I thought I can do something more interesting with this. I knew I wanted to do something that was literally just my voice and one guitar and that's it. I think when you do something like that, it's more of an attention grabber because there's nothing else for people to be listening to. It's just a guitar and your voice. So that makes that sort of makes people listen to the lyrics a lot more. I think it's one of those songs where it's a bit like Polly by Nirvana. I'm not claiming to be like as good. It's as good as that song. It's as great. But it's like that song in the like Polly is a very dark song, and Kurt Cobain's thought process was like because it's about rape and that, and Kurt Cobain's thought process
There's a few of them
was,
like that.
yeah, but Kurt Cobain's thought process behind that song was rather than teaching women how to defend themselves from a rapist, how about we just creep men out enough that they don't rape people?
Yeah,
Right.
Coming to that effect, I was like, I want to do a song that sort of sends you off kilter. The sort of feeling you get when you see like a baby with earrings. That sort of makes you feel uneasy. So I thought, oh shit, yeah. I've been watching a lot of Criminal Minds recently, and there was an episode where a guy like, he's in love with this girl who hasn't she hasn't made any sort of things to say that I like you, I want to be with you. He's only picking up on these things he thinks that she's telling.
She asked me to
professing
come with
her
her
love
eyes.
for him. She asked me to come with her eyes because it's a genuine like psychological condition where people will fixate on a person and they'll think that they're like professing their love for them through
Yeah.
just seeming like innocuous things, just like glances and certain gestures.
Yeah.
So I wanted to lean into that again because I've been watching a lot of Criminal Minds, and I still do. It's a good show.
What's Criminal Minds?
It's a US crime drama thing, but rather than being like a police procedural, it follows the behavioral analysis unit of the FBI. So it deals with a lot more fucked up crimes. But it's a very good show. It's a very, very good show. It's got Matthew Gray Goobler in it. And I will never look at him the same way again once I found out that he's the guy who voices Simon in Alvin and the Chipmunks. Matthew Gray Goobler, yeah. Yeah. The guy, he's in this like super dark fucking like FBI procedural, and he's the guy who voiced one of the three chipmunks. He voiced Simon, yeah, in the movies.
I know what you were saying earlier about having it want to be just your voice and guitar, but I would have loved, especially when like the second chorus was just a little bassman went that's on like the when it starts like a hi hat, just
Oh
like
yeah,
heaven, just like playing like those quarter notes.
I
No.
do also like to think that the girl in question, her name is Betsy. I like that's my little like head
It's an old
The girl
fashioned
he's talking
name.
about is called Betsy. Yeah, I thought it'd be really funny if I did like a really creepy song that's seeming because it's one of those songs where people think it's nice and it's like Hey Ya, where everyone's sort of dancing to it, but they don't realize how dark the song actually is.
Yeah.
Except in this case, it hasn't got Andre 3000's silky smooth vocals to disguise the true nature of the song. Yeah, I wanted to do something like that, and I think I pulled it off quite well. So
Really
not
good.
to blow my own trumpet or anything.
It's very nice. Let's swiftly move on to the second instrumental. Keep an absent
mind. Brackets bullshit jam.
Okay, any thoughts on that? Really nice, like spacey. That was
really
more
liked
synth.
it.
That was more of a synthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to do something that was just like fucking weird. I wanted to do something weird on this album, and so came Keep an Absent Mind, where I told Riley about this because this is Riley's favorite song, I believe, on the album.
I basically said afterwards, I was like, please do another version. It's like 3 minutes.
Yeah. The story behind this song is literally like, I opened a project in GarageBand and I was like, right, whatever I come up with, that's what I play. Whatever happens is what I play. So and it ended up with this, which I honestly wasn't expecting to go down so well.
It's like I don't know. Like the first thing the first thing I think when I listen to it is like it's some sort of like hyperized like experience of being in some sort of like arcade or something.
Yeah.
Like but then the second thing is it sounds like Sonic music.
And that's like a Sonic space level.
Like that, and that is a compliment. Because it's just great. I want like a good 3.5 minute version where it just changes to some sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It is great.
That would be you're giving me some good ideas here, but yeah, it's like I want this song to it's like the soundtrack to someone who's just not paying attention.
Oh right,
yeah.
Someone who's just like off in their own little world. they're keeping an absent mind, and this is what's playing. This is what's going round in their head.
Falling asleep in class.
Yeah, falling asleep in class. This is what plays. Yeah, you're giving me some good ideas there, where it's like changes into different weird fucking things and sounds. That'd be really good. Yeah, I honestly was not expecting this one to go down so well.
No,
It's
like,
like, oh my god,
if that was your methodology, then that came out probably like the best. That was the best thing that could have ever happened with that. Like,
yeah.
So yeah.
Where I'm just like, I'll throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, and
Exactly.
it comes out being a good product.
Exactly that. Right.
Yeah.
The last track of the album, Swings and Roundabouts, the title track. The second longest song, 3 minutes 51 seconds, so nearly 4 minutes. So we'll just play.
Swings and roundabouts going round in your mind. It don't matter what choices you make. Swings and roundabouts creeping up from behind. We're all marching on to the same fate. Swings and roundabouts going round in your mind. Just accept that your time is running out. Swings and roundabouts creeping up from behind. We're all running from the swings and roundabouts. Something you learn as you grow. Time is precious, don't you know? Stop your dwelling on the past. The clock is ticking, beat it fast now. So go out, live your fucking life. Cause regret cuts sting like a knife. Someday soon you can't have no more fun thinking on what you should have done. Swings and roundabouts going round in your mind. It don't matter what choices you make. Swings and roundabouts creeping up from behind. We're all marching on to the same fate. Swings and roundabouts going round in your mind. Just accept that your time is running out. Swings and roundabouts creeping up from behind. We're all running from the swings and roundabouts. My warning, everyone. Days are here and then they're gone. The time you wasted won't return, so I suggest you try to learn now. So go out, live your fucking life. Cause regret cuts deep like a knife. Someday soon you can't have no more fun thinking on what you should have done. Swings and roundabouts going round in your mind. It don't matter what choices you make. Swings and roundabouts creeping up from behind. We're all marching on to the same fate. So love hard, run fast, and be kind. So love hard, run fast, and be kind. So love hard, run fast, and be kind. So love hard, run fast. Swings and roundabouts going round in your mind. It don't matter what choices you make. Swings and roundabouts creeping up from behind. We're all marching on to the same fate. Swings and roundabouts going round in your mind. Just accept that your time is running out. Swings and roundabouts creeping up from behind. We're all running from the swings and roundabouts. The swings and roundabouts. The swings and roundabouts. The swings and roundabouts.
The last track. The last track to finish the album. I think
Yeah.
what,
Who-
wait,
Sorry, go on.
wait.
I was just gonna say what's everyone's thoughts.
Yeah, well, I
before
sort of just want to
I
ask
get
you
into
about it,
mine.
really. I mean, so it's a really
Right,
solid
okay.
song. The best bit in it is when obviously you go back to the whole mantra of,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
like
be kind.
also like "Be Kind" becomes a motif of
Yeah.
Yeah,
the album.
exactly
Cool.
that, right? It becomes the so, yeah. Production always really good. What do you want to say on it, Connor? As in, like, what's it about?
Well, this is the one where I thought like I mean I thought of this while listening to it. I was like, if someone asked me in what song do you think would encapsulate the album as a whole best, it would be this one, because there's subtle, like, even non-intentional callbacks to other songs. So there's obviously there's the mantra from Be Kind. There's a callback to
Yeah.
that. I mean, it's the same sort of theme as Hang Your Head and Sulk, but it's presented in a different way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the title, obviously, it comes from the phrase, "Oh, it's all swings and roundabouts," which literally means the outcome will be the same no matter what you do. So the outcome in this scenario, no matter what you do, being, it doesn't matter what you're gonna do. We're all gonna die someday. So live your life to the fullest and don't waste it. You only
Yeah.
get one life, so fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Where does
initially
light
this
and
was
sound come into that?
going-
That's an interesting question.
yeah, that's
Try and make that work.
I
fuck
dare you. Try and make that work. I dare you.
I mean, it's rather than like there's callbacks to individual songs, but I think there's sort of style callbacks to the other songs. So there's, it's a mix of the styles that we've seen before.
Yeah.
There's
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
proper like drums,
Stylistic.
guitar, like proper like heavy shit,
Mm.
like in other songs like Hang Your Head and Song, Light and Sound, whatever. But then there's also synth in there, like Keep an Absent Mind and Funky Interlude.
Mm.
There's and Be Kind as well. There's some strings in there, which I suppose you could tie into Save Us Houses, because there's the fucking the upright bass. This and then once it was finished, I was like, initially it was going to be the opener, because the way I write albums, I map out a structure of like potential songs that I already have down, and then I put songs to the titles, which I found out much later, much after I started writing songs that way, that that's exactly the same way Sting does it. He
Really?
works backwards from a
right.
title, yeah. So I initially had this just chucked up at the top as the opener, because it was the first one I thought of. I was like, okay, I've got Swings and Roundabouts as the title of the album, why don't I do a title track? But then I finished it and I thought, this has to be the closer. This works so much better as a closer than an opener.
I don't think it would work. It wouldn't work at all as an opener.
No,
it just doesn't
no.
sound like it, does it? So yeah,
No.
definitely.
No, it works so much better as a closer to the whole album. Which
I know I asked you this question, I forgot the answer.
right.
At the beginning, is that like you playing guitar strings? Was that a synth?
That's
Dun,
it,
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, that's a synth, right?
That was literally just me. That was me
Ah.
sat in my chair with my MIDI keyboard on my lap saying, what's a cool little synth line that I could do? I just started
Very
tinkering with it, and I
Japanese.
thought,
Yeah, it is like,
Very Japanese.
very
Asian.
If it played on like a Koto or something, it would, it would be.
Black keys. So, everyone's had that stage in like in like music in school where they've gone up the black keys on the piano and thought, it's Japanese music. do. No, it's like, I was literally just sat with my keyboard on my lap, just going, what's a nice little twinkly synth line that I could do to just like go through the whole song, and I eventually came up with that. I was like, that's fucking sick. I'm gonna use that. I am quite proud they use the strings on there as well, because that literally just came through me listening through it and thinking that could do with some strings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of this. I found myself just at night when I couldn't sleep, just listening to it over and over because I was like, I'm really proud of this. I'm just gonna keep listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very proud of this one. Yeah.
Right then.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
So,
definitely agree that it worked best as the closer
Yeah.
as opposed to the beginning.
Yeah. I suppose my question to you two now, before we finish, is what are just the final thoughts about the album as a whole? Lay them on me.
well, let's
Alright.
start. Let's start with the criticisms.
Oh, okay.
The
Right,
length as a whole, 15 minutes. Roughly that. Like, that is the only thing I think we both said to each other when we were first listening. We were like, "Oh, come on, 15 minutes." We're like, we wanted something more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like,
Especially when I'm like, absent mind. I want that to be longer. It's
Yeah.
so good.
yeah.
Yeah, just wish it was a bit longer.
I can't think of a criticism. Let's try and think.
We said about we said about Keep Saving Houses being a bit too long.
Yeah, we've already mentioned that.
Apart from that,
Apart from that, I just think the criticism of it being, just not long enough, sort
Yeah,
of
just a bit too
encompasses
short,
all
yeah.
criticisms in how, if you'd done a few more songs, there would have just been a lot more variety of the music. And you've already got to say it's only 8 songs. There's a lot of variety there, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it would have
and
definitely
the ones I do on
definitely like made it really good if there was just if there was like a different another different type of song and maybe a different and then you'd have like all genres in there and it'd be a really good thing. But I think that's
I did mean to make this one longer, but I
got
obviously
bored.
just didn't. Yeah. I got bored. No, it just got a bit too close to the. I think I was just a bit overzealous with the release. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get it out by the end of this week, and then by the end, like towards the end of the week, I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Because
Was it because you said they had like some other ideas or something?
Well, that
you wanted to
that
do?
was the thing is like
baked.
you said like, oh, it'll be out by Sunday at one point. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant!
But that was literally just going off me. I produce songs rather quickly. Like Riley will spend 2 weeks on a song.
I was like, I could not really do that. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
I can get a song written, recorded, mixed, mastered in a day. Like that.
What's that? Is it 1st of October?
Well, to be fair, 1st of October do that and take it to an extreme because they do 12 songs or 10 songs in a day.
Oh right. Oh! The album in a day.
Yeah, it's an
Oh.
album in a day.
So how long? So if you had to guess, roughly how many hours did you spend like writing and recording this?
Well, I mean, I couldn't really give you an estimate. I didn't really keep track, but it would still be like quite a few. It's just that the spacing of it is quite like a short space of time because I just did everything in like one day as opposed to splitting it up evenly over a multiple number of days.
Or 6
but
months?
that's true. But it was mostly just because like when I start something, I want to finish it. If I can see myself being able to finish it, like by the end of the day, I'll finish it by the end of the day. Like I don't want to just like I'll leave it.
Yeah.
I might as well get it done.
Yeah. I'm far too lazy.
No, I'm very lazy. It's just a case of things that I'm passionate about. I can't just like leave. I have to. If I can see myself getting it finished, but like by like the end of the day, I'm like I might as well just do it, because then it's done. But yeah.
All right then. Well, sadly I need a piss, so I really need to go. So, but it's been good. We're gonna do the next well, not the next album, the previous album of yours. We're also gonna do Riley's previous album. So we've got 2 more of these on the
dethroned.
2 more of these interviews on the way.
I'll make the thumbnails now.
Yeah, all right. Well, make sure to do that. Okay, so
I do promise that the next album will be longer.
yes,
I will make it I will go longer on the next one.
Okie dokie.
I do have some ideas brewing, but I do want to take some time before I start on that one. Maybe do like an EP or something in the interim.
Yeah.
Just because like I don't want to just like do one album and so get straight onto the next one. I do want
Yeah.
to take a bit of time to do other things first.
Your concept album.
Yeah. But if I
Right.
do an EP in the interim, the extended version of Keep an Ibsen Mind will be on it.
Yeah.
That will be done at some point. I don't know what it will be on, but it will be on something. Even if it's just
Excellent.
a single.
I'll have it in my ringtone.
All right. I'm going for a